Thank you all for your recognition and for recognizing my accomplishment of achieving Eagle. I started as a Tiger Cub when I was 6 years old, and now I'm almost 18. I've spent most of my life in Boy Scouts, and I've had some of the most fun doing Boy Scout activities. I've been able to have experiences that most kids don't get to have. Some of these are backpacking, canoeing, rock climbing, whitewater rafting, and even something as commonplace as summer camp, and I got to do 5 of them. Each experience was different, and each experience helped to develop a different part of myself. I would not have had the chance to experience anything without the leaders that have helped me along the way. The first person that I would like to recognize, or like to thank, is my mom, Cindy. She was my den leader, and she was always there for me. The second person that I would like to thank is my dad, Kevin, because he was always there for me to help me with my merit badges and gave me support all along the way. Next, I would like to thank my aunt and uncle Brian and Kelly Connor for really pushing me to get my merit badges done, and especially Eagle. They've taught me about my favorite skill in scouting, which is plant identification. This allowed me to help my patrol to 2 second-place finishes at Pop Nye and victory at Art Till competitions. I'd like to thank my Scoutmasters, Mr. Higginson, Mr. Smith, and especially Mr. Shelby. Mr. Shelby inspires us and motivates us and helps make scouting fun. I can't imagine a better Scoutmaster, and I think that Troop 3 is very lucky to have him. This troop is filled with great leaders, and I'm not going to be able to name everybody, and I'm sure I'll forget somebody, and I apologize if I forget your name. But among the ones that I would like to recognize are Mr. Lee, Mr. Coe, Mr. Gerlach, Mr. Sandu, Mr. Hamada, Mr. and Mrs. DeLugie, Mr. Buckmaster, Mr. Beachco, and Mr. Whitus. Hats off to Mr. Whitus for doing the belly flop competition at Emerald Bay and having to do it twice to bring victory to the troop. I'd like to give special thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Shire and their son Steve for all of their help and encouragement in my early years with Troop 3 and for helping to make scouting fun for me. There's one other person that I would like to recognize, and that person is Nate Shelby. Nate, you've been a good friend since I've joined Troop 3, and I'm glad you're here today. Thanks to everybody who helped me with my Eagle project. It was a long, hard day, and I couldn't have gotten it done without all of the help that I got from everybody. We had a great turnout for the project, and I can't tell you how grateful I am for all of your help. I barely knew Mr. Woodhull before the day of my project, and he spent 8 straight hours running a tractor and breathing dirt. So thanks, Mr. Woodhull. I couldn't have done it without you. For all of you young scouts, Boy Scouts is a great program, and you are in the best troop in the district. Learn from the leaders and pay attention to what they say, but most importantly, have fun while you're advancing to Eagle Scout. Don't get discouraged and stay with it. I was a young scout once, and sometimes it seemed like I would never finish, but I did, and words cannot describe how proud I am of myself for receiving the rank of Eagle Scout. The last part of my speech is recognizing my mentor. It took me about 1 second to decide who it was going to be. He's helped not only me, but many other scouts in Troop 3. He's helped me both in and out of scouting, and without his help and encouragement, I would probably not be speaking to you today. Uncle Brian, would you please come up and let me present you with your pin?
Another backpacking story about his first backpacking trip, but I won't share that because I don't want to throw it.
Oh, that's a good one.
Put it this way, I think he was 9. And remember that? Is it just around the other corner? I heard that.
You must have instilled the fear of God in him, because I didn't hear it once.
I told him, he kept telling me, I'm tired. I said, you're not tired. He goes, how do you know? I said, Chris, you wouldn't be speaking.
Thank you all again, and I appreciate your helping me recognize my achievement.